Good evening, students.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, as I have told you, all the C section students, please rename yourself as C_01 underscore your name, C underscore your roll number underscore name. Okay, and all the D section students, rename yourself as D underscore your roll number underscore name. Yes, please check it. C underscore roll number underscore name, D underscore roll number underscore name. All of you please correct it at the starting. I'm looking at all the students have only written roll number underscore name. Please rename them correctly. Okay, so please do that because it will be required for your attendance. So please correct that properly. Still, Pratyush, Mukesh, okay, Vijay, all the students have written only roll number. Okay, so please correct yourself quickly. C underscore roll number or D underscore roll number underscore name. Okay, so most of this still there are students. Please correct yourself. Otherwise, you will face problem. Okay, so please correct it. Okay, so I will start. Okay, so in the previous class, we had completed till this problem. Okay, so we have seen this fixed VI and variable RL. Okay, so this one, let me check how many participants is there. Let us wait for a while. So what happened? So let's run D. Gradually they're coming. Okay, we'll start. If you have any doubt, you can just clarify it. I can just wait for 3-4 minutes. Before that, if you have any doubt, you can ask me from the previous sections.
Can you show the slide previous to this one?
Okay. Yes. This one.
One more previous.
This one.
No, sir, in which we have written the formulas of Imax and Imin.
Oh, Imax and Imin. This one, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here you have a doubt here. I'll mean or where?
Yes, sir, the last one.
Okay. So IL is basically what? It is IR minus IZ. Okay. As per the previous as per the circuit, okay, as per the circuit, you have a resistor here, you have a Zener DAD here, okay, and you have this load RL. So this is your IRL, this one is IR, and this current is IZ. Okay, so IL equal to, or let us write it on IL. Okay, IL equal to IR minus IZ. So this IR is fixed. This is not very. Okay, but this IZ can be can vary. Okay, so if I want to find out IL minimum, so that will be obviously equal to IR minus the maximum value of IZ. Yes or no? I want to find out the minimum value of IL. Okay, so IR is but fixed. Okay, and so if IR is fixed, then the other quantity has to be maximum. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's why your formula here IL min equal to IR minus IZ max. Okay, and IZ max will be given to you most of the times in the specification of this Zener DAD. Okay, and why this IR is
Yes,
fixed?
sir.
Because why the IR is fixed? Because this voltage across RL will be fixed at VZ. If the DAD is on, at that condition, VL will be fixed at VZ. Okay, so if VL is fixed at VZ, then your VRL will has to be equal to VI minus VZ. VZ is a constant, VI is a constant. Okay, so sorry, VR, not VL. Okay, so VR equal to VI minus VZ. That means VR is fixed. Okay, so if VR is fixed and this resistance is fixed, so that's why IR is also a fixed quantity. Okay, let me see how many participants has come yet. 65. Joydev Patro, please rename yourself. Suman, all of you, please rename yourself properly. I hope it is evening, so they are coming slowly. Nowadays it's 269. Okay, we'll start. Okay, so this problem we have completed. We'll see the next part. That is fixed RL and variable VI. Okay, that means if your input voltage is varying, your circuit is like this: RL, now R, and you have a Zener DAD here, and here you have a RL. Here you have VI. Okay, so it's not a it's a okay, so here this is the condition. Okay, or this is circuit. Okay, so here you need to find out what is the range of this VI for which the Zener DAD will be on. Okay, so if let us say this is the point A and this is the point B, I can easily say your VI will be equal to, like you're calculating using your voltage division rule, that VI equal to your RL by RL plus R into VI. Okay, and this has to be VAB. VAB is equal to RL by RL plus R into VI. Okay, and this VAB has to be greater than equal to VZ for this Zener to be on. Okay, so implies I know that VAB has to be greater than equal to VZ for the DAD to be on, or you can say RL by RL plus R into VI to be greater than equal to VZ, or you can just rearrange it. Implies VI has to be greater than equal to RL plus R by RL into VZ. Okay, that means VI has to be greater than equal to this quantity. Okay, or the minimum value of Vi should be this much. So that's why it is written this line that Vi minimum equal to RL plus R by RL into Vz. Okay, all of you got this one? This one is rather simple than the previous derivation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, directly that is when VAB has to be greater than equal to Vz. Okay, VAB is equal to this formula, so we got this thing easily. Okay, next is you actually want to find out this last one, Vi max. It is input maximum voltage that you want to find out. Okay, but how will you find out that? You know that your Vi max will be equal to obviously VR max plus VL max. Don't okay. So whatever has been derived or formula written, so don't look at it. We'll derive it. Look at just concentrate on what I'm writing. Obviously, the input voltage Vi. Okay, the maximum input voltage of this one will be equal for which the diode will be on. That will be equal to the maximum voltage across this resistor R and the maximum voltage across this load RL. So that means VR max plus VL max. Okay, but tell me this VL max will be how much? According to this Zener diode configuration, VL max will be how much?
Sir, Vz.
Vz. Okay, then VR max can be how much? If let us say this is the current flowing across this resistor is given by IR. Okay, so IR का जितना maximum value हो सकता है, okay, IR max into उसका resistance R. Okay, IR max into R. Okay, now thing is that so this Vz is a known quantity, R is a known quantity, but how much will be this IR max? Okay, again I need to calculate this IR max. Okay, next I can calculate IR max equal to your, if this is the IZ and this is the IL. Okay, so obviously your IR equal to IZ plus IL. That means IR max will be equal to IZ max plus IL max. Okay, IZ max plus IL max. Okay, but this IL max will be equal to how much? Okay, this IZ max is a given quantity. Okay, so most of the times it will be given for this generator the rating IZ max is this much, or its power rating will be given, PZ max will be given, or IZ max will be given. If PZ max will be given, from that P equal to Vi. So in that way you can find out how much is IZ max. Okay, so we don't have to be worried about this IZ max. And IL max will be equal to how much? You know that maximum voltage across RL is how much? VZ
Yes, sir.
by
IR.
not
RL.
RL. Okay, so in this way you have to calculate. So these things has been, these are the formula which are written here. So your IR max will be equal to IZ max, okay, plus IL. This IL means you have to find it by, it is equal to your VZ by R. Okay, so you got how much will be the maximum current across this resistor R. Okay, once you got this IR max, you can find out your VR max plus VZ. That is VI max equal to this VR max plus VZ. Okay, and this VR max equal to your IR max into R. Okay, so these are the formulas which has been which are there. So just we'll see in one problem how to use this thing. Determine the range of values of Vi that will maintain the generator in the on state. Okay, that means this find the range of this Vi. That means Vi mean and V I max. You have to find out for which the generator will be on. Okay, just tell me what I'll do. First, I'll find out the Vi mean. Vi mean is for formula. Okay, first formula. Okay, there is RL plus R by RL. So you apply that one. Just do this one. Okay, So you have to find out this thing. VI means equal to, you use this formula RL plus R by RL into VZ. Okay, you can put all this value. Your RL is given as 1.2K, or let's say all the things you take in direct in 1200 plus the 220 by 1200 into VZ. VZ is given 20. Okay, so this will come as 23.67 volt. Okay, once you got this thing, after that you have to calculate your VI max. Okay, but for VI max, other things you have to calculate. First, you need to calculate how much is this IR max. So once you got IR max, this IR max into this R equal to this VR max. Okay, then VR max plus VZ will be your VI max. Okay, so in that way you have to proceed. Okay, so the next step is yes, right, to find out this IR max, you need to calculate two things, your IZ max and IL max. Okay, but IL max will be equal to that is equal to simple IL. Okay, because on time पे वही तो that जितना current होगा, right, on time पे जितना IL का current होगा, that will be the max one. Okay, so that will be equal to your, how much, you tell me?
Sir, VZ by RL.
VZ by RL, so it is 20 by RL 1.2K equal to 16.67 milliampere. Okay, then your yes, IZM is given already. Okay, IZM is given 60 milliampere, or sometimes it may be given in terms of power. PZ max will be given. Okay, so PZ max is given means you can divide it and you can find out your IZ max. Okay, because that P equal to EI in that way. Okay, so if that let us PZ max for this diode is given, okay, you want to find out IZ max, so that will be equal to P by V, and VZ की जगह 20 डालोगे, PZ का जितना वैल्यू दिया होगा उसको डालोगे, डाल के तुम्हारा IZ max का वैल्यू कितना है वो कैलकुलेट हो जाएगा. ओके, तो यहाँ पे तो डायरेक्टली IZ max दिया गया है, नो प्रॉब्लम. ओके, so that I will use. So obviously my IR max equal to IZ max plus this IL, okay, which is equal to 60 milliampere, okay, plus 16.67 milliampere, okay, equal to 76.7 milliampere. Okay, then your VI max equal to IR max into IR max into R plus VZ. Okay, so that is equal to just put this value and you can calculate it, 76.67 into R 0.22K, okay, plus VZ. VZ is given as 20 volt. Okay, so calculated it will be 36.87 volt. Okay, so that means this is the range of VI for which your VRL is maintained at 10 volt, or the diode is at constant. So let us say it is VI mean is 23 point something, here it is 36.87. Okay, so in between this range it is at 10 volt, not 20 volt. Okay, got this one? We'll go to the
Yes,
next
sir.
problem. Okay, so this problem is already solved in the left side. So basically it is one solution which is done previously. It has been given in the slide. So let us solve this one. So in this the lower part is the solution. Okay, but before that, above this line, it is the question. Look at the question. Find the range of Pi which will maintain this VL at 8 volt and not exceed the maximum power of this Zener diode. Okay, so here this thing which I was telling you, that it is given in terms of this IZ max is not given, rather it is given in terms of this power. Okay, so this it is the same problem. Previous problem, only here in the previous problem it was IZ max was given. Here PZ max is given. Okay, so just proceed in the same way. Okay, I'm just quickly telling you, then we'll go to the another problem.
Sir, what is PZ max?
Okay, PZ max means it is the
No, sir,
maximum
the
power.
value.
Okay, yes, 400 milliwatt it is given. 400 milliwatt. Okay, so that its significance is that this diode can consume maximum of that power. That means obviously if more current will flow through the diode, then its power consumption will be more. Okay, so in that case, the diode may be broken, or it will be, I mean, it will be damaged. Okay, so to limit that thing, okay, so there is a characteristic or there is a parameter. It is second, then maximum power consumed across this general diode will be 400 milliwatt. Okay, so that means you have to restrict the current such that the power consumption will be maximum 400 milliwatt across the general diode. Okay, so just look at this in the same way it is done. First VI minimum, it is applied the same formula. Okay, your RL VI min equal to RL plus R by RL into VI. So putting all these things, the first line I'm talking about. Okay, you can get it 11.3 volt. Okay, so this is the formula RL plus R by RL into into VI. Just a moment. Oh, I have written it wrongly. This question was PZ. Okay, this PZ. I had written there wrongly. Okay, so it is put all this value. So it will be 11.3. Next is in the same manner, you can find out your IR max. Okay, so IR max is equal to IZ max plus IL. Okay, but this IZ max is not given here, but this PZ max is given. Okay, but your PZ max by this VZ, because voltage across this Zener diode is VZ. Okay, and the power maximum is given by PZ max. So by dividing, it will give you the IZ. Okay, because you know that P equal to VI. So in this way, if you see, or if you want to calculate separately, IZ max equal to or into VZ equal to your PZ max. So PZ max was given. Okay, PZ was given. IZ max you are calculating. Okay, so that is the thing which you are doing in this step. Plus IL will be your VZ by RL. So put the value 400 milli by 8 plus 8 by 220. So it will be 86.36 milliampere. Okay, once you got this thing, the PI max is equal to VZ plus IR max into R. Okay, put this value, you'll get 15.86 volt. So this question was asked in this previous semester question, mid-sem question. I can look at the previous question. Okay, all of you clear? We'll proceed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here for this figure, I mean the question first big it is asking to calculate DL, IL, IZ and IR. Okay, so those parameters it is asking. So it is the simple question like the at the beginning of the standard that we did about the fixed RL and fixed VI, calculate this parameter. So similarly, we have to calculate. Okay, so you can see this step, this first step. Okay, so you are calculating basically VAB, which is equal to your RL by R plus RL, or R plus RL into VI. So putting this value, we are getting 13.6 volt. So it is obviously VAB is greater than equal to its VZ is given 10. Okay, greater than VZ. Okay, so implies diode is on. Okay, implies your VL will be equal to how much? 10. Okay, remember or not? VZ,
Yes,
your
sir.
applied voltage is greater than VZ, so it will be equal to 10. Okay, then once you got this thing, you have to calculate the other parameter. Like you can calculate your load core IL, which are asked. Okay, IL will be equal to your VL by RL. So it is 10 by 470. Okay, next you calculate your you have to calculate IZ. That is, for that you have to first calculate IR. Okay, so IR will be equal to basically VR by R. VR will be how much? VR will be VI minus VL by R. Okay, or that is equal to VI is 20 minus VL is 10 by R is 220. So calculate it. Okay, next once you got this thing, your IZ. Okay, so IZ will be, it is just simply IR minus IL. Okay, so IR was calculated previously, and yes, IR is calculated and IL is also calculated. Put it and get your values. Okay, next is your bit B. Find the RL which will establish the maximum power condition. Okay, RL का कौन सा value के लिए this maximum power condition will be appearing. That means maximum, it will establish the maximum power condition. इसका मतलब क्या है? IL का कौन सा value के लिए IZ ऐसे फ्लो करेगा ताकि ये जो मैक्सिमम पाया वो अचीव रहेगा. ओके, तो मतलब क्या है, IZ को बहुत ज्यादा होना चाहिए, अगर मतलब IZ मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए ताकि ये जो पावर है डायोड के अक्रॉस में दैट विल बी मैक्सिमम. ओके, so that I can find out like this. First I'll find out that what should be the current through this Zener diode so that its power will be maximum. Okay, so I can write down. Okay, I know that PZ. Okay, simply write that power across the Zener diode is equal to your IZ into VZ. Okay, now it is saying that the diode power across the diode will be maximum. That means this power has to be maximum. VZ max. Okay, equal to your IZ into VZ, and this VZ max value is given how much? That is given as 400 milliwatt. So it has to be 400 milliwatt equal to IZ into VZ. VZ value is how much? 10. Implies IZ has to be how much? IZ has to be 400 by 10, or it is to be 40. If you put all this unit properly, so it will be 40 milliampere. Okay, that means basically I am this question in bit B, it is saying that your power across the Zener diode will be maximum. तो उसके लिए वो डायोड के across में करंट कितना होना चाहिए? So that I can simply do by this relation from P equal to VI. उस relation से मैं निकाल लूंगा कि IZ equal to how much. So IZ I got, it is equal to 40 milliampere. Okay, so once I got this thing, then I can do the other thing. That is okay. So here already IR is fixed, which is calculated here. Okay, so this value, if you calculate this 20 minus 10 by 220, it was actually coming 45.45 milliampere. Okay, so I know this value. Okay, रजिस्टर के अक्रॉस में 220 वोल्ट 220 ओम रेजिस्टेंस के अक्रॉस में करंट जो है that is 45 milliampere, that I know. Then IZ is how much, that also I calculated, that is equal to 40 milliampere. That means obviously IL equal to how much, subtracted. So IL equal to this IR minus IZ. Okay, or it is equal to put this value 45.545 minus 40 equal to this 5.45 milliampere. Okay, so once I got this thing, I can say RL has to be how much. I mean, I am just going in the opposite way. Previously, like I was calculating this IL, but now I am calculating the RL. Okay, so RL has to be VZ by IL. Why? Because I know that the voltage across this load is equal to VZ. Okay, because I am talking about the diode is on. Okay, so in that scenario, the voltage across this load is equal to VZ. Okay, so during that condition, I have found out this IL equal to 5.45 milliampere. Okay, RL is VZ by IL. Okay, that is equal to 10 by 5.45 milliamp. Okay, or it is equal to 1830 ohm. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Quickly reply me. I have to once I'll complete, I have a lot of problem to solve. Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
okay, so next one is the minimum value of RL for which the general diode will be on. Yeah, that is a simple thing. I don't have to, and this is the direct formula is there. Okay, ये जो वेरिएबल RL सेकंड वाला केस जो था उसमें एक फॉर्मूला डिराइव किए थे. ओके, दैट इज RL मिनिमम इक्वल टू R by VI minus PZ into VZ. Okay, so just apply that one. You will get 220 by 20 minus 10 into 10 equal to 220. Okay, so your RL is coming as RL minimum equal to 220. Okay, we will go to the next one. Okay, so till this point your general diode problem is almost over. Next we'll say the problem based on the rectifier. Okay, just read this problem. Okay, so it is saying that the applied input AC power to a half wave rectifier is 100 watt. The DC power obtained is 40 watt. Okay, what is the efficiency of rectification? What is the efficiency of rectification? That means it is saying you are applying whatever you are applying, whatever signal you are applying, but in the input to a half wave rectifier, the power given is 100 watt, and in the output, the DC power which you are getting, it is 40 watt. Okay, so what is the rectification efficiency? Okay, so basically you know that what is rectification efficiency? That rectification efficiency equal to your DC output power, because in the rectifier you will get DC output power by AC input power. Okay, so here it is equal to, you are getting 40 watt in the output, 40, and in the input you are giving 100. Okay, so in percentage if you see, then it will be equal to into 100%. Okay, so in that way it will be equal to how much? It will be equal to 40%. Okay, but tell me
what happened to the remaining 60 watt? Okay, so basically what happens, the 40% efficiency of this rectification does not mean that only 60% of the power is lost in this rectifier circuit. Okay, actually what happened, in fact, a diode consumes little power due to its small internal resistance. Okay, डायोड में इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस बहुत कम होता है, तो उसके लिए बहुत कम कंज्यूम होता है. तो ये तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि 100 वाट दे दिया इनपुट में, लेकिन आउटपुट में आ गया 60 वाट, ऐसा तो नहीं है ना. तो एक्चुअली क्या होता है, हाफ वेव रेक्टिफायर में तुम्हारा इनपुट ये होता है, ओके, लेकिन आउटपुट जो है, सपोज इट इज गिवन टू ए हाफ वेव रेक्टिफायर, इन द आउटपुट यू आर गेटिंग, okay, this one. Okay, so why it is like this? Because this negative or negative half cycle is actually not transferred, because this diode is transferring in one way only. Okay, so it is not transferring this negative half cycle. Okay, so it is not that this negative half cycle is actually lost somewhere, or it is consumed somewhere unnecessarily. It is not like that. It is just this negative half cycle is not transferred, it is blocked. Okay, so in that sense, if you say then the 100 watt AC power is consumed, but 50 watt positive half cycle में 50 watt का power है, और negative half cycle में 50 watt का power है. Okay, this 50 watt in this negative half cycle is not actually supplied at all. Okay, only the positive, the 50 watt which is there in the positive half cycle, that is transferred. Okay, or that is given. So there is another term which is called as power efficiency. Okay, so if you find out that power efficiency, that will come as, because output is 40 and actual thing which you are giving to the circuit, that is how much? 50. Because the negative half cycle, it is actually blocked. So you are just transferring the positive half cycle. Okay, so this 50 watt you are transferring and you are getting in the output 40. Okay, so there may be due to some losses in the circuit, you are getting 40. Okay, so here this efficiency will be into 100%. In terms of percentage, if you say, it will be equal to 80%. Getting the point or not? Okay, actually, if you calculate in terms of whatever you have given from the beginning itself, then you are getting it is 40% only. Okay, but if you consider in terms of how much the circuit is receiving, okay, like the positive half cycle, it is only allowing. Okay, so from that perspective, the efficiency will be equal to 80%. Okay, so you can say I gave 50 watt, and out of that some 10 watt has been lost, and we are getting 40 watt in the output. Okay, so that is 80% of the efficiency. Okay, so if you can say power efficiency is 80% and the rectification efficiency is equal to 40%. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here you'll say that rectification efficiency is 40% and the power efficiency will be 80%. Okay, so come to another problem. Just go through these slides. So one thing I have already told you. So always remember one table was there. Okay, this thing which you have derived actually previously. These relations. Okay, because this will be always required RMS, average. Okay, so sometimes if you are doing in exam, better in rough you do this table so that every time you can just refer this thing, half wave and your full wave. Okay, so this relation, most of the times this relation is required. Vm by pi, here it is to Vm by pi, okay, Vm by 2, and it is Vm by root 2. So most of the times for the conversion for RMS to max Vm and RMS to average, all these things, and for a half wave or a full wave, these expressions will be needed. Okay, so that's why it is better to keep it in front of your eye. Okay. Right. So here we'll see, look at this question. The AC supply up to 30 volt is applied to a half wave rectifier circuit through a transformer of turn ratio 10:1, right? Okay, find the output DC voltage. Okay, the peak voltage, peak inverse voltage PIV, calculate, assume the that to be ideal. Okay, so first it is saying that the turn ratio. Okay, so I hope you are somehow familiar with the transformer, because already you have studied about the basic electrical, and as well as in the previously in the first levels you have studied it. So primary ratio, your ratio is given 10:1. Okay, so that means your N1 by N2, N1 by N2, or primary ratio by secondary ratio is given as 10. Okay, so now first of all it is given 230 volt is applied to the half wave rectifier. Okay, that means 230 volt AC is applied to the transformer. Okay, so when I'm telling 230 volt is applied, so it's a RMS quantity or it's a direct quantity, maximum value.
Sir, RMS quantity.
Yes, so it is the RMS value. Okay, so RMS value is 230 volt. Okay, so I can use a relationship between RMS and this maximum value. Okay, so your for the primary side में, okay, this RMS equal to, what can say, the RMS equal to Vm by root 2. Okay, implies Vm equal to the RMS into root 2. Okay, so that means Vm in the primary side. You can name it, let us say,
Sir, it is written half wave rectifier, no?
half wave rectifier it is written, but in the half wave rectifier, in the input what you are given. Okay, so let us say this input you are given. Okay, so when it was given in input, okay, it was not converted, it is directly AC signal. Okay, before that also it was a transformer. I do the transformer. Okay, so this input 230 volt is given where? To this transformer. Okay, so first I am finding out in the primary side how much is the Vmax. So it is given 230 volt, this Vrms equal to 230 volt given in the primary side. Okay, the primary side में Vm कितना है, that I will find out. Getting it or not? Look at here the question. AC supply 230 volt is applied to the half wave rectifier circuit through a transformer of ratio 10:1. So transformer का input side में, primary side में I am giving 230 volt, clear, and I am giving 230 volt which is RMS. Okay, so in the input side how much is the Vmax, that I will find out using this formula, that Vm equal to, rather I am writing primary, so I am writing Vmp. Okay, Vmp equal to Vrms into root 2. Clear or any doubt?
Clear, sir.
Input side में I am applying its AC signal. Okay, जो AC signal था 230 volt का, that was a RMS quantity, तो उसका peak quantity कितना हो गया? That is Vmp equal to Vrms into root 2. Okay, so put this value 230 into root 2, which will give you, it is 325.3. Okay, so now the turn ratio is 10:1. So accordingly you can find out how much is the secondary voltage. Okay, so the secondary voltage will be equal to basically just you know that your Vm primary by Vm secondary equal to N1 by N2. Okay, that means voltage ratio equal to the turn ratio. Okay, so N1 by N2 is given as 10, implies your Vm maximum voltage at the secondary side equal to Vmp by 10, or it is equal to 325.3 divided by 10, okay, equal to 32.5 volt. Okay, that means देखो किस हिसाब से जा रहे हैं ये प्रॉब्लम को, पहले इनपुट साइड में एसी का आरएमएस वैल्यू दिया था, तो आरएमएस से डायरेक्टली मैंने क्या किया, आरएमएस को ये वीएम में कितना है वो कन्वर्ट कर दिया। ओके, तो उसके बाद सेकेंडरी साइड में वीएम कितना होगा वो हमको मिल जाएगा। ओके, ये आने के बाद हम राइट साइड में आउटपुट साइड में जो फॉर्मूला है फिर एवरेज वैल्यू निकालने के लिए, क्योंकि मुझे क्या निकालना है, फाइंड आउट द आउटपुट डीसी वोल्टेज। ओके, आउटपुट डीसी वोल्टेज कितना है that I have to find out. Okay, so that thing I have to apply. So I got VMS. This one is VMP. This one is VMS. Okay, once I got this thing 32.53, I'll find out the IDC. Okay, tell me which formula I'll apply. What I'll apply here? What is the formula for IDC? So this table is in front of you. It's okay. So you remember it. Always you have to use it. Okay, it is given output DC voltage it is asking. So no need to calculate the IDC also. Your VDC. Okay, in V1 it is asking output DC voltage. Okay, so VDC equal to how much? You know this VMS. Secondary में maximum voltage कितना है तुमको पता है. Okay, then tell
Sir,
me.
Sir, Vm by pi.
Yes, so that is the thing. So here you have to use half wave rectifier formula, क्योंकि राइट साइड में मतलब सेकेंडरी के बाद यहाँ पे ये रेक्टिफायर एक हाफ वेव रेक्टिफायर है, तो हियर यू विल ऑब्वियसली यूज द फॉर्मूला फॉर दिस हाफ वेव. ओके, बट बिफोर दिस ट्रांसफॉर्मर in this left side, okay, it was a AC signal. Okay, so it was a full wave AC signal, so I was using this formula. Okay, getting it? So here I'll find out VDC equal to Vm by pi. Vm secondary by pi. Okay, so that is equal to, it will be equal to 32 by pi. Okay, so it is equal to 10.36 volt. Clear? What else it is asking? The peak inverse voltage. Okay, so what is the peak inverse voltage for a half wave rectifier? What is the peak inverse voltage? Peak inverse voltage is simply equal to Vm. Okay, you had a we have created one formula, one table. Okay, so all the peak inverse voltage we had calculated. Okay, so there for a half wave rectifier, the peak inverse voltage PIV has to be greater than equal to the Vm. Okay, PIV means what? During negative half cycle. Okay, so suppose during negative half cycle, here VMS is coming how much? VMS is coming as 32.5 volt. That means positive half cycle में ये डायोड के क्रॉस में फॉरवर्ड बायस डायरेक्शन में 32.5 वोल्ट डाल रहे हो. ओके, नेगेटिव हाफ साइकिल में वही 32.5 तुम रिवर्स डायरेक्शन में डालोगे. ओके, लेकिन अगर ये डायोड का पीआईवी रेटिंग 32 नहीं रहेगा तो क्या होगा, ये ब्रेकडाउन हो जाएगा. That's why your diode, the breakdown, this PIV of this diode has to be greater than equal to 32.5 volt. Okay, that's why in the question it is asking that the peak inverse voltage. Okay, so that will PIV has to be greater than equal to Vm. Okay, or that is PIV has to be greater than equal to 32.5 volt. Okay, got this one? So if it would be a like bridge rectifier or center tap rectifier, उसके लिए फॉर्मूला डिफरेंट है. ओके, सेंटर टैप में 2 Vm होता है और ब्रिज रेक्टिफायर में सिर्फ ओनली Vm होता है. तो उसके लिए डिफरेंट फॉर्मूला है. हाफ वेव रेक्टिफायर में PIV has to be greater than equal to Vm. Okay, so you can refer the table. Okay, so this is the formula. Next we'll see another problem. The crystal layer having internal resistance of RF 20 ohm is used for half wave rectification if the applied voltage is 50 sine omega t, and the load resistance RL is 800 ohm, and the IM, IDC, IRMS, etc. Okay. Tell me how I'll proceed. So it is given that your VT applied voltage. So it's a crystal diode having internal resistance of RF. Definition is simple rectifier. Okay, half wave rectifier. If the applied voltage is 50, so this voltage, this is VT, which is applied, okay, which is equal to this 50 sine omega t, okay, and it is connected to a load. Load value is how much? 800. Yes, RL is 8. Okay, so this is the circuit RL, which is 800 ohm, and this RF. RF means this resistance of this diode is 20 ohm. Okay, so these are the parameters given. You have to find out this first thing: IM, IDC, IRMS, etc. You have to find out. Okay, so VT equal to EM sine omega t. In this format it is given, or it is 50 sine omega t. Please unmute yourself. No, please mute yourself. Okay, so implies VM which you are applying, that is equal to 50 volt. Okay, so if you are applying 50 volt, your IM equal to, okay, it is simple. The maximum voltage VM is given. So if you want to find out IM, so it will be equal to VM by the net resistance. Okay, RF plus RL, or it is equal to 50 by 20 plus 800. Okay, calculated, it will come as 61 milliampere. Okay, next, once you got this thing, you have to find out the you have to find IM is calculated, then IDC. Okay, so what formula you'll use?
Sir, IM by pi.
IM by pi, because it's a half wave rectifier, so simple, IM by pi. Okay, so it will be equal to 61 by pi. Okay, it is equal to 19.4 milliampere. Okay, next is your IRMS. Okay, so you can see these formulas. Okay, IRMS will be equal to how much? IM by 2. Look at this, the half wave rectifier, RMS का value देखो. Okay, so that is IM by 2, और average value का value है IM by pi. Okay, half wave के लिए ऊपर वाला का रो. You apply that thing. IM by 2. Okay, 61 by 2. Okay, 30.5 milliampere. Next thing, bit B, it is AC power input and the DC power output. Okay, so to find out the AC power input, you have to find out what? AC power input. AC power input equal to IRMS. Yes, IRMS I square R. So the total resistance is RF plus RL. Okay, तो इनपुट में तुम्हारा IRMS कितना है?
30.5.
How much? IRMS is
30.5.
yes, 30.5 square into, put this value 820. Okay, then your DC output power. DC output power. Okay, so this DC output power will be equal to how much? IDC square into RL. See, it is DC output power. That means you are taking the DC across this output load register. Okay, that's why you are not considering this RF. Okay, you are talking about only 800 किलो रजिस्टर, आउटपुट के एक्रोस में कितना पावर मिलता है। ओके, तो उसके एक्रोस में IDC जो है that is equal to 19.4 IDC square into RL. Okay, it is 19.4 square into RL is 800. Okay, so it is previous one was 0.76, so this one is 0.30. What? Okay, next one is find the DC output voltage. Okay, okay, so DC output voltage, how much will be DC output voltage?
Vm by pi.
DC output voltage will be equal to Vm by pi. Why? You can also say that IDC into, because you know this current, IDC current is already calculated. Okay, so from that IDC into RL. Okay, so it will be equal to IDC into RL. Okay, so it is equal to IDC, put this value 19.4 into RL is 800. Next one is efficiency of rectification. Okay, efficiency of rectification means it is DC output power by AC input.
Output power by AC input.
Okay, DC output power by AC input power. Okay, or that is equal to 0.3130 0.301 by 0.763. Okay. Just one problem. For a half wave rectifier, a half wave rectifier is used to supply 50 volt DC to a resistive load of 800 ohm. Okay. The diode has a resistance of 25 ohm. Calculate the AC voltage required. Okay, that it is done in the opposite way. Okay, so here it is given this term like your VDC is equal to 50 volt, because it is saying that the half wave rectifier is used to supply a 50 volt DC to resistance load. Okay, that means so जो 800 ohm का जो resistance है, load resistance है, उसके across में जो voltage आ रहा है, that is 50 volt DC. This VDC is cut as 50 volt. Okay, and your RF is given as RF is 25 and RL is equal to 800. Okay, then you have to calculate the AC voltage required. Okay, so you can say here simply your VDC equal to IDC into RL. Yes or no? Because if this is the circuit, RL, IDC, okay, and so obviously if the voltage across this load resistance is given by VDC, which is equal to 50 volt, which is 50 volt given. Okay, so that voltage, how can you get that? It is equal to IDC into RL. Okay, so here just put this value here, 50 equal to IDC into RL. Okay, but in place of IDC, if this one is some, let us say Vm sin theta. Vm sin theta is the AC signal which is given. Your aim is to calculate this Vm. Okay, because in the question it is saying it calculate the AC voltage required. Okay, so this VDC equal to IDC into RL. Okay, now if this this is the AC signal which is given Vm. Okay, then how much will be this IDC? how much will be the IDC?
Sir, VDC by RL.
VDC by RL, only VDC by RL. Okay, so leave it. Okay, so let us say this is the VM sin theta. Okay, that is VM is the input science, it is the AC signal VM value. Okay, so from that you can say just a minute. IDC in place of IDC, I can say whatever the maximum value IM by pi. Okay, because you know that the relationship between this AC current and the DC current. Okay, like in your previous slide, this one. So if any terms is given in terms of AC, okay, and if you want to represent it in terms of your average, okay, so then it will be equal to this Vm by pi. Okay, so VDC equal to here Vm by pi. Okay, so similarly IDC equal to Im by pi. Okay, look at this this one. Okay, so here IDC equal to Im by pi. Okay, so Im by pi into RL, or this Im will be equal to how much? Im will be equal to Vm by RL plus RL. Here pi is there into RL. Any problem here? Because here first of all, again saying VDC equal to IDC into RL. Okay, so in place of this IDC, I can say it is equal to if your input current, input AC current is Im, okay, the DC current will be equal to Im by pi. Okay, so that's why it is equal to Im by pi. Okay, now how much will be this Im? This will be equal to the maximum peak voltage Vm by the net resistance. Okay, so net resistance is how much? RL, and the diode ka hai RL. Okay, so that's why it is Vm by RF plus RL into RL. Okay, so now you can just put all this value and you can calculate it to get your result. Okay, so Vm is you have to calculate Vm, so that is the unknown quantity Vm. Okay, but by RL is 800, RF is 25 plus 800 into RL is again 800. So you can calculate it to get the to get this Vm. Okay, so rearrange it and calculate it. It will come as 162 volt. Any doubt here?
सर
Like if the
सर हम डायरेक्टली भी तो डाल सकते हैं VDC इक्वल टू Vm by pi.
yes, that way also you can calculate. You are saying that VDC equal to Vm by pi. No. So in that way, what will problem? You are not considering this RF. Okay, so if this RF was negligible, okay, if this RF was given 0, okay, so in that case, if you are this VDC was given to you, okay, so in that case, you want to find out this Vm, you could have done. But here RF is not negligible. RF is given 25, so that you are considering. Getting it on?
Yes sir.
So if you want to consider this RF, then total current you are finding out. Okay. Okay, I'll stop here. So a lot of things has been done. Next class we will do this thing. Let me see how many participants. Only 84. Okay. So all of you rename yourself properly. Please check it. Samir, Krishnakant, 42 Krishnakant, and one second. Let's see. 42. Okay, guys. Then we'll stop here. We'll see you tomorrow as usual. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you sir.
Okay, so today's class recording, I'll try to, because this problem which I'm doing to now, okay, so that is not there in this previous YouTube recordings. Okay, so these class recordings I'll try to put, okay, and give you the link. Okay, but except that, whatever has been there in this YouTube link, so since because of the limitation of the data limit, okay, I'm unable to send those things. Okay, but anything extra which I am yes, okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.